Hey, this is Craig from Guitar Lava, and this is week 1 of Gear Addicts Anonymous. Today, the first week to kick off Gear Addicts Anonymous, I wanted to show you and demo a Fender Roadhouse Deluxe Stratocaster. This bad boy right here. It's a beautiful guitar. As soon as you see it, it's just I love the look of it. I love 90% of it. So let's get right into it. Starting with the headstock. This is the tinted maple neck with a modern C profile. And what's that modern C means is that it's flat oval versus U-shaped. So here's like your U-shaped, and it's more like this. So like for shredders, for like the old style, I think was more U-shaped, you know, so it's kind of a bigger neck. This isn't as big. It's kind of, you can go faster with it when you're playing. Feels very natural and it's nice. This is a maple neck. Has the large 70s style headstock, which I really love. That's like my favorite Fender headstock. I don't know, I think it just balances everything out really well. It has 22 medium jumbo frets, which are very comfortable. You would say I have big hands, longer fingers, but not really. Like if I try to do something like crazy like that, I don't know, that's a big stretch for me, and I don't know. This feels really comfortable though with my fingers. What else with this guitar? Pickups, let's see. We get the pickups, 3 Texas Special pickups. I've grown to really like them. They're not like super high gain pickups, but they sound really good, and you'll get to hear them. They're a little noisy. This model is different than the newest model. Like the newest model they have is in a regular white, and it has the noiseless, I think 3, they might have 4 pickups on noiseless, 4 pickups. The only difference really in those is that they're kind of noise free. I have an NS4s, and the tone's a little different, slightly, but mostly it's just, you know, there's no noise in it. And this has the Purloid pickguard, which I think is so great. 5 switch pickup selector, so you got your bridge, and middle pickup, middle, neck. You got it. You know how that all works. It has the vintage style tremolo bridge, which is great, except for, you hear that? It hits like it almost, I mean, I have it really pretty loose, and I like it so that it stays in its spot. I've tried various things to fix that. They talk about springs and stuff. It has a spring in it. It's still loose. When I tighten it the whole way, what ends up happening is you're changing the pickup because you hit it all the time. You can say, oh, well, you can fix that. Yeah, you can fix it. I'm just pointing it out that I've seen other people have the same issue with this guitar. It doesn't make any sense to me. What they've done is stuck the tremolo bar in a vise and carefully bent it up. I've never had this problem with any other guitar. It's really annoying, so to the point where I won't use the guitar if I know I have to use the whammy bar, the tremolo. But anyway, other than that, it's the regular vintage tremolo system, which is fine. That's fine. That part's fine. It's just the bar, for some reason, all the Roadhouse Deluxes are like that. So let's go down what you got here, the potentiometers. This right here is an S1, has an S1 switch. So when you press it in, and I'll demo this, when you press that in, that bypasses the the electronics. Basically, if it's not pressed in, it's kind of like using active pickups because there's a battery in here. So with that battery, when that's not pressed in, that means when it's flat, that means it's on. You're using the battery, which actually adds to the tone, and you'll hear that later on. When you want to bypass it and just use regular Texas Special pickups, press it and the battery is out of the question. The unique thing about this guitar, besides the S1 switch, because you'll find the S1 switch on other guitars, I have it on my American Special as well, that doesn't have a battery. That just gives you different tonal variations based on the 5-way switch. These electronics, there's so many different ways you can wire this stuff up, and it's way beyond me. But like that S1 switch just gives you kind of like a push-pull, gives you an options. You can use it any way you want. This is the way they have it for this. Active, it's up. Inactive, it's down. And so what happens? What is that all about, really, when it's active? When it's enabled, which means it's up, you have the tone knob, the very first tone knob in the middle. With that tone knob, it's a preamp. It's a V6 rotary switch for onboard preamp tone settings, to be exact. That's straight from the description that you would buy it. And really the way that works is when you're on 10, you're getting all of that. And it really thickens the sound up quite a bit. And when you can hear it, it'll click. It's not like a regular tone knob, that's smooth. It actually has different settings, and it's 10 to 1, and it changes the amount of the preamp you're getting. So you end up on 10, it's full blast, it thickens the tone up. Take it down to 1, it's almost the same as if you bypass it, but it's not. It makes it a little different. I always keep it on 10, but it's there if you want to switch it. And then the tone knob, the second tone knob is just a traditional tone knob. That's the tone for all the pickups, regardless of which pickup or pickups you have selected. The only other thing here is the closed back tuning machine heads. The tuning keys there. You get that Perloid, which is really, really nice. I mean, it's a really, really nice guitar. It has, if you notice, like this is kind of the Ingve color, which is like vintage white. It has aged knobs, and you wouldn't really notice these until like you look at your other ones and you're like, oh wait, it is different. Actually, that's really cool. It's a different color. It's not white. It's aged white. It's kind of an off-white, an antique white, if you will. The newer version, as I said, have the noiseless pickups. They have a mint green pickguard, and it's in white. What else? Oh, they have locking tuners, and the neck, instead of it being this nice, it's not satin, so this is like the shiny lacquered, I don't know, I forget the name of it. Anyway, I really like the guitar. I love the maple neck. I like the big headstock. It actually stays in tune pretty well. You stretch the strings. It's not bad. I think that's all I have to say about it. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar as soon as you get it. It's really, to me, this is made in Mexico, and out of the box, the only thing I wish it did have is a satin neck. So if you go and buy one today, like the newer version, you'll get that satin neck, and I like the satin neck better than like the high gloss neck that this has. But other than that, I like it better than my American Special at this point, which is like double the price. So great guitar for the money for sure. All right, now let's get to the demo and hear how it sounds. So as you can see, or as you could hear, there are a lot of tonal opportunities with this guitar. what I was doing mostly is going from full blast on the tone. You get 6 different options for the preamp. So I was kind of going to 3. I was going 6 to 3 to 1, just to kind of see the, like, you know, most of the difference, because it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you can really tweak it by going like to 2, 4, or 5, but for those, I thought it was just more noticeable, the difference. And then I'd switch to, I disengage, use the S1 to disengage that preamp, which would just give you the Texas Specials. Now it makes me wonder if that S1 wasn't on there and that preamp wasn't on there and the Texas Specials were just hooked up in this guitar with 2 tone knobs, regular tone. It makes me wonder if the Texas Specials would sound different than with all that extra wire and all that stuff. But it is what it is, and it sounds really good. It does bother me, the noise and the tremolo. Like, there are two things that I could do without, but they are actually fixable. So I mean, the guitar plays really nice. It's just, and it looks beautiful. It's fun to play, and honestly, when I crank it up with my super reverb and a Marshall half stack, I don't notice a whole heck of a lot of noise because I'm not right next to the amp, and it sounds really good. It sounds really good. Like, the bigger the stage, the better it sounds. And I don't know. I would recommend this guitar, and it looks great, and you can't go wrong with it, really. So, a couple tweaks. Any guitar is going to have that. Whenever you get a guitar, you're going to have to set it up. This I bought used, and it was already set up perfectly. Thank you, Sean, for doing that. And so that's it. Okay, this concludes week 1 of Gear Addicts Anonymous. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. You can also go to guitarlava.com and subscribe to the Gear Addicts Anonymous mailing list. The way it works is every week I'm going to demo a piece of gear. It's going to be a pedal, an amp, guitar, or something that I think, oh, this is cool, and I think you could benefit from. So week 1, Fender Roadhouse Deluxe, made in Mexico, Strat. It's a wrap. I'm Craig. I'll catch you next time.